All right, another update on the garden. We have got lots and lots of rain over the past couple of evenings. Yesterday evening it didn't rain. This evening it tried to rain, but just a slight sprinkle. But my garden is showing the effects of high heat and lots of rain. Some of the tomato plants are turning yellow. I just fertilized them with a yeast concoction, and it should green everything back up. Cucumber plants are looking really scraggly, but they should perk back up with the yeast fertilizer. Everything's still producing really good. You noticed the basil, I'm letting these basil seeds or plants go to seed. I couldn't pick them quick enough, and so they started flowering. Got lots and lots of basil. Still a lot of tomatoes to pick. My cherry tomatoes are really coming on good. We've probably been picking 60 to 80 a day. Got dill. Got a few of my pepper varieties that are starting to put on peppers. Really excited about the hot ones. Ozark pink, still growing in 1 gallon pots. Still getting tomatoes off of them. They're not blooming like they were, but I am still getting some blooms. But I'm amazed that they've been growing this well in 1 gallon pots for this long. Nice tomato there. Got one that I missed. It's starting to split. Peppers. My banana peppers. Well, it says Tam jalapeno, but that sure looks like a banana to me. Cherry tomatoes growing in here. So one thing I hadn't talked much about is my elderberry plants. I've got a lot of elderberry plants. They've been blooming. Now I'm starting to get a lot of seeds, berries. If you're not growing elderberry, you need to. You don't have to fertilize them. You don't have to do anything. They grow very prolific. These are heavy producers. They've been on this property since we moved here in 1971. Of course, we've got pokeberry. Got a lot of these on the property. A lot of people like making poke salad. I used to pick it for my grandpa years ago. he would make it with a pan of cornbread. But this is just a few of the elderberries I have growing. You can see over here on the other side of my garden, there's a bunch growing here. And then over in that jungle, there's a bunch growing back in there. Growing in here. These are very, very heavy producers. In the past, we've gotten a lot of berries off of these. See these here. But I know I haven't talked a lot about the elderberry, but they're awesome trees, shrubs to grow. Of course, we grow a lot of mulberry too. I've got a lot of mulberry trees on my property, and they are heavy producers. Some produce twice a year. They grow really well from cuttings, as does the elderberry. You can just cut an elderberry. If you've got 2 nodes, you can cut that right below that node, about an inch above that node, and just stick it in the ground. And I've gotten them to root just about every month, except, like December, January, February. But if you stick them in the ground in December, January, February, they're gonna sprout in the spring. I've rooted them in March, April, May, June, July, and August and September. I've rooted them in the ground, in pots. It's one of my big mulberry trees that I planted from a stick. It was about 1 inch in diameter, about 4 foot long. Planted that tree, now it's huge. Produces a lot of berries. I grow the beauty berry. This is the beauty berry bush. They grow prolific on this property. I lease a piece of property in Center, Texas, and I found a white variety, has a white berry instead of a purple. And I've got those growing in pots. I'm going to be planting those out, trying to get more. Pretty excited about that. We grow a lot of bamboo. I use a lot of bamboo for staking. This is our pond. It's roughly an acre. I was weed eating out here earlier and accidentally hit my summer grapevine, and it was full of grapes. So hopefully I didn't lose too many. A bunch in here. We have muscadines, honeysuckle, got willow trees, See, we got a few muscadines on this vine. Hopefully we'll have enough to make some muscadine jelly. I just wanted to give you a brief walkthrough, show you what's going on. A lot of airplanes flying over this evening. I'll make another video on the elderberries once we start picking berries and we make elderberry syrup. Very good for you. The birds taking care of the insects. Hopefully they're not eating too many tomatoes. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates. Have a good evening.